Hey guys, today I want to share with you a story of what it means to bet on yourself. And to illustrate this, I'm going to share a personal story of what happened when I bet on myself. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is that I was raised in a very traditional Italian immigrant family where we were taught that you go to school, you get good grades, you go get a job, and you want that financial stability and job security. Those are like the utmost two things that you can achieve in life. What that doesn't take into consideration, of course, is my own personal needs, my own values, my creative expression, my need for freedom, which is one of my personal values, my independence, which is another one of my personal values. And so once I did go out and I went to school, I got a good job, I climbed that corporate ladder, but after 13 years, I was miserable. I was sick of it. I was sick of that life. I was sick of the commute. I was sick of having to wear a suit and tie in July for no good reason whatsoever. It made no sense to me why I was wearing a suit and tie in July, and it just irked me. I was sick of going into meetings where people would just drab on and on and on about nothing just for the sake of hearing their own voice. I was sick of reporting to morons, and I was sick of those morons deciding my salary. At the end of the day, I was just sick and tired of playing by other people's rules, and I was unhappy. I knew that I could be doing so much more with my life. I knew that I had a lot to offer the world. I just didn't know how or what or when or where to do it. But that's when coaching stepped in. So I was working with a coach, and through my work with her, I discovered within me the courage to step out of the rat race and move into my own lane. And so what I did was, with her encouragement and her support, I did coach certification. And coaching was something that I kind of like thought about vaguely here and there once in a while as something I might want to do eventually, and eventually became today. And so I decided to just do it and enroll in coach certification. Well, while I did that, I also went and traveled the world. I did my certification while I was traveling all over the world, and it was the most liberating yet terrifying experience because I left the world that I knew. I left the comfort zone of that corporate environment to go do something that I had never done before. And I was learning all these new skills. I learned how to be a coach. I learned how to market. I learned how to make a website. I learned advertising and copy. And I learned all of the different skills you need to go at it alone. And it is scary, especially when you're so used to things being one way. As much as you don't like it, it's still scary to do things another way, even if it's what you want. So by the end of those 6 months, I had created a business based on my values, a business made on my terms, and everything that I did in that business was because of me. And that felt so empowering. It felt so empowering to do this on my own. And that's what I was really missing in my previous roles in corporate. And this time it was even better because I had no commute, I had no boss, I didn't have to wear a suit and tie in July. I set my hours, I decided how much work I was going to do and when and what goes next, and I make all the decisions and I decided the strategy and I execute that strategy. Is it a lot of work? Hell yes. Is it worth it? Fuck yes. And that is why now I'm feeling so much more alive, even without the financial stability or security yet. I still feel so much happier and so much more motivated and so much more inspired than I ever did any day in those 13 years at that other job. And this is what happens when you bet on yourself. This is what happens when you invest in yourself. The discomfort of facing your fears, of facing rejection, is so much better for me than the discomfort of being stuck living someone else's life. So if you're someone who knows you have something to offer the world, if you're someone who does not feel aligned where you are, I encourage you, step out, bet on yourself, invest in yourself. If you're not sure where to start, I'd love to help you out. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of the day. Be well.